Oh, well. Welcome back to East Maitland Bowling Club for the final round of the 2024 National Bowling Arms Sides Championship. We are coming to you live from Rink 13. This is the final round. New South Wales versus Queensland triples. Representing Queensland, we have Leon Dwyer, Gordon Wood and Sam Granata. And the New South Wales trio, Ray Douglas, Alan Starrett and Keith Irwin. If we look at the current table, Victoria at the top with 171. Queensland 152, New South Wales 134, South Australia 87, Western Australia 67 and Tasmania 56. So the New South Wales can leap over the top of Queensland. They're 18 points behind at the moment. But Queensland did win 4-2 this morning. So New South Wales need to win the most out of 12, so they can only afford to drop one game out of the 6 on the rink now. Queensland get 2 of them, and they will secure that second place at worst. Victoria, 19 points ahead. They'll secure victory if they get over the top of WA today, and I think they have got a good start on that. So Ray Douglas has the Picasa Optimas. Told they're blue and green. They do look a bit black. Leon Dwyer, the Queensland lead, has a red Adrenaline. They're nowhere to be seen. The black bowls now coming down as Gordon Wood as an SRV. And Alan Starrett about to jump on the mat as a magenta white line bowl. For everybody else, that's magenta or pink. So we'll be watching these with interest. I think the best that New South Wales can do is second. They will need to win 5 minimum of the 6 matches in progress this afternoon in the pairs and triples. Gordon Wood on the mat for his second delivery of this end. Playing 2 bowl triples and 17 ends. The pairs are the traditional Aussie walking pairs 2, 2, 2, 2, and they're playing 15 ends. This is the last round here at East Maitland. 5 days of competition. Each state has played the other one on a day. They start with 3 singles and 3 fours matches. And then the afternoon games have been 3 pairs and 3 triples. Alan needs to get inside that one. Well, he's gone around it, come to a decent home. It's at least 1 to New South Wales as this head stands. So a big shout out of thanks to the board, staff and members of East Maitland Bowling Club who have been wonderful and supportive of this event in their hosting. Bobby, Hayden and Rod Darcy in the bowls office, been wonderful, looked after us very well, been very accommodating for the players in this contest, provided a fantastic host venue. Green staff have done a great job in making sure we can get on in some testing conditions. There's been a couple of showers of rain overnight. A little misty drizzle this morning. The weather forecast is, well, it's sort of okay. It's a bit sunny out there around now, but there's grey clouds all around the place. Here's the chance for just a sprinkle of rain at times. Sam Granata, he's got the maroon Greenmaster Power bowl. Just going to pull up a fraction short. We did see Sam in action on this rink earlier in the week. And it is one that a little bit of knowledge about how it plays is probably very handy. As it, there's a bit of difference in the hands. If there's any wind that's really exacerbated, we'll turn on the forehand coming towards the clubhouse, but the backhand towards the clubhouse is a fairly tight sort of hand. Well, gets that one up and over. That one should be into the count. Possibly brought his own in as well. So Sam Granata, 2, maybe 3 down with his last bowl of this first end. I think he's just gone out a fraction too wide. All depends on whether he can make contact with his own bowl and turn it in. He's just going to run past, so 2 shots minimum here held by New South Wales. Keith Irwin, chance to add a third and get the Warmerers off to a wonderful start in this 17-end triples game. Got it out on a decent line. Wants it to come back underneath his own. And he's played this very well. Comes past. So it's at least 3, possibly 4. I'll have a look. That one's just fallen over to complicate things even more. And 4 is agreed on. So we're off to a great start on this rink for the New South Wales team. They get a 4 and lead 4-0 after just the one end played. So if you're tuning in for the first time this week, it is the National Bowling Arm Championships, Sides Championship. And as the name of the event suggests, all of the players are competing using an approved bowling arm, as per the Bowls Australia Artificial Devices Policy. They must use the arm to deliver all bowls in this event. As per the policy, it is acceptable to deliver the jack by hand. And the reasoning behind that is that not all the bowling arms will cater for the jack as efficiently as they do for a bowl. The jack is also significantly less in mass than a bowl and can be handled by the people using their hand. So Leon Dwyer now on the mat. If you are interested in anything to do with bowls, zap an email through to contact in your state. Well, a little bit wayward in the first end, but that's a great start to the second end for him. Ray Douglas. Well, his second bowl, a little bit on the shy side. Leon, he plays the same one as he did before. He'll be a great start. Leon's another player, puts his left hand in the pocket to deliver. We did have Clay Parker, who's done quite a bit of coaching with bowling arms, explain the reasoning behind that. The hand in the pocket or behind the arm is to keep the shoulders square on when delivering. Keeping the shoulders square on is a step towards keeping the hand holding the bowling arm square on and parallel to the delivering line. Keeps the bowling arm parallel to the to the delivery line, and also then makes you more accurate in your direction control and your repeatability in drawing. Well, Alan Starrett, if he gets the jack here, it's a good result, and he has. He's got hold of the jack, trailed it back to make a couple. Gordon Wood back under pressure. New South Wales needs to win a minimum of 5 of these 6 matches. Queensland took 4 of the first 6 in this morning's session to move ahead of Queensland. Oh, great bowl from Gordon. To move ahead of Queensland, they need to secure an overall win in the match between the two, which is the most number of wins. Out of 12, they need 7. They need 5 from this one. They get those 5, they get the bonus 20 points for winning the test, which would then propel them to above Queensland. Actually, there are 18 points behind now, so if they win the 5, they get 15 points for that. They'll go well and truly ahead. The catch is, though, they have to win 5 of them to get the 20. Queensland get the 20, and they're uncatchable by New South Wales. Gordon, his second bowl of this end. His first was an absolute cracker, and he's not on too bad of a line with this one either. Looks to be coming in beautifully. Ideally, he'll flop off that Picasso bowl, and that is just superb. Drew shot with his first and his second one. Look at that line, absolutely spot on. Just wants to get down to the bowl, straight behind the jack. Just draws down, flops off it, and sits in behind for 2 shots. So Keith Irwin on the mat, 2 down. They are leading 4-0 after one end. They need to continue this on. Keith's problem is he's got a chance to play to the bowl, but if he gets it too strong, Jack spits out. The 2 red bowls now out to the left are both Leon Dwyer's. They're both Queensland bowls. He's just got to play this with just the right amount of weight. Can turn Allen's bowls up to the jack on that hand. Wants the contact on the outside of that bowl. Oh, and he's just gone past. So he needed a quarter of that bowl just to roll it in towards the shot. It was a pretty fair effort, decent weight. So Sam Granata. That's another one in that head. So try and cut off that shot. Can also just dead draw one in the gap there. Well, I don't think he's made the shot any easier for Keith, but it's still there. Can actually use Sam's bowl to push it in now. Perhaps needs to use 2 metres of weight, come round the front short bowl, plough into that maroon power, and just turn the magenta pink bowl up to the jack. I think he's actually added a little bit of grass as well as weight on this one. He's going to just plough through. Oh, Sam, no need not to play this one, just a dead draw. You see there the indication of jack high. You can plop in there. don't want to be tight and move the jack. You could, if you flop onto that jack and push it, you could be a couple down. Be dead unlucky, but don't risk. Nice safe line out there. That's a fair effort to get back. It was actually probably a little bit tight. To Queensland. And we've seen a lot of 3/4 to long length ends during this event. Seems the bowler's arms, they're not that keen on the shorter ends. Seen a few, but not many. So Leon Dwyer played good bowl with his previous end. His opening was not as good as he'd have liked. So his last one this direction was better than that already. Ray Douglas. That's a good line on that hand. He's just out to the blue centre line. He's just snuck in for shot there, and that's Sam Granata signals to Leon Dwyer that he is one down. So Leon just needs to take a foot of weight less, just a tad less grass, and I think he's pretty close with this one. Yep, well bowled. Oh, he's just going to run through. He won't stay for shot. So Ray Douglas, he's gone just a little bit wider. His bowl was coming back before, and it's coming back nicely now. It's going to come right down and get a little touch on the jack as well. I think we might see the Queenslanders switch to the other side of the green. Can be a better side to play anyway. So Gordon Wood just wants this to come down, hold its line. It's just going to slide underneath. New South Wales holding 2 shots. Keith getting Allen to play his forehand side, come down and match those 2 bowls. Just seeing that the possibility of trailing that jack back to those 2 is there. Ideally, just around the bowl to the left of jack. Cover the red. Turn it in. It's sort of increased the target area here. That's the problem. Probably counts for 3. But that's a nice big broad target for the Queenslanders to just play a couple of feet over the draw. Contact with anything would be advantageous. Especially the jack. That jack comes back a metre. They're going to be holding 4. He's way under the line, unfortunately for Queensland. Does give the chance, and I do like this switch. Play that backhand side. it is going to hold out there. So just get onto the blue line just a little bit past. Trying to draw 2 feet past the jack maybe. Probably not even trying to count and cover, but more to get split up those 3 maroon disc bowls that are sitting there. Well, Keith liked that home. It's probably just a bit wide for a perfect result, but it does cover the trail right back. It's only 1 back towards the ditch now. Do you think, should Sam not change this head, Keith will play his backhand as well? Look to get towards the tee. Split the 2 behind, the black and the red bowl. Even sit in between those counting. But that all depends on whether Sam can convert with this bowl. He's lining up to play his backhand as well. It's an attacking line. It's pushed it along though. It'll just sail past. Here's another one in that catching area. Will increase the temptation to try and push that bowl. Keith's going to go to the forehand again. Has to get around Alan Starrett's bowl and get back. Not even sure he's drawn a shot there. I do feel he could have been an easier shot to play backhand. Try and draw to the tee. May have been worried about being a bit tight and playing the Queenslander shot for them, slicing the jack across. Sam, a bit more direct in his line this time. Wants it to hold on. Wants some contact. And he got it. Let's cut it back to 1. Oh, there would be an opportunity to try and run that bowl out. The danger, of course, is that you chip the jack. He could drop as many as 4. So I think you'll just try to draw another. Just sit on the inside of Sam's bowl. Won't do that either. Single shot to New South Wales. 5-2 after 3 ends. Metre or 2 up, back right up near the tee goes the jack. Similar length again. A little bit short with the opening ball. Leon Dwyer. Just push this one a little bit exuberantly. Stay on a couple of metres past. A metre on his last would be ideal. He's holding 2, but plenty of room. He's just going to be a little bit long again. Plenty of room here for Alan Starrett to draw. He's drawn the shot. 3 to the Blues at the moment. Although daylight probably is shot. Should back Gordon Wood to cut this back to 1 at worst. Had some good bowls already. He's going to crash on the short bowl. Might have got 3rd out of that. Alan, well, really, he can afford a metre on his previous bowl. Metre might put him just behind, but that's okay. So he's on his way up. Switched over to the backhand. Probably just playing the safe route. Didn't want to run into the short black bowl, but like so many who change hands, just drop the weight back a little. There's bowls on the draw on both hands now. Queensland sticking with that backhand side, or he's already played one there, so there is a portal, no problems at all. Just got to get through them. You get the right line and weight, it'll come through beautifully. And, or if you get the crunch, sit and stay. So 1 shot to Queensland. New South Wales has 2 seconds. And not that close though. Keith Irwin can follow that bowl down. He's got a couple of choices whether he tries to draw it or just slightly overplays underneath the magenta onto the shot bowl, push it through and stay for 2 or 3, depending on how hard you hit that bowl. Keith. It's going to be a little wide. Gets a coverage at the back though. Sam Granata looking to add a second in here and just take away the chance for the Blues to again make a multiple. Backhand draw, just wanted to find the gap and get in for another shot. Misses that one, he's okay, and he has. He's going to come right down to the shot bowl. Well, there is a chance there to get rid of both. Check back to the ditch is probably not that advantageous because the two red bowls of Dwyer are there. Well, a little attacking line here. Chance to get them both with this one. Wants the split. Oh, he's got the jack as well. I think that's gone out of bounds. So we'll start again. Okay, so we're on the replay of the fourth end. And pretty well pointed from Ray Douglas. He's going to be just a little bit short, but I think we'd forgive him for that one. It's only 20 centimetres or so short of the jack. Presents a nice little challenge for Leon Dwyer. Follow him down. Just wants to drift around that one. Not a lot of turn there, and particularly in this last little bit, they tend just straighten up. That one's just hung a little bit, but the good thing with Leon's bowl, he's finished in behind, so not wasted. That one's an effective starter. Don't want to be short. Short is very rarely useful. That one passed. At least provides the opportunity for the second and skip to play onto the shot bowl and get the jack back. Whereas Ray Douglas, that's another great bowl, holding a couple, good position with his second, given it a chance to be in the score or the consideration when working out what shot to play. Leon, he's just pushed this one a bit wide. It won't come back quickly enough. But again, it's not wasted. He's at the back of the rink. Pretty well done. Alan, he's going to look to play the forehand by the looks of this. Does turn a little more there, so can throw it out and have it come back. Again, he needs to finish in behind. May not need to get the best back, but cover is good. If you don't count, at least finish in behind and make it more precise control required to get the jack back to those two red bowls. It's just a little under the line, and well, his weight's close to jack high. Probably wanted to be just a bit behind with that one. Been a bit of a hard taskmaster at times, but call it as I see it. Gordon Wood, he's played pretty well so far. He's just going to be a fraction wide again with the Queenslanders. It's another one at the back. Only problem is that one, oh no, it's right at the back. You don't count them when they're on the bank. Alan, well, 2 feet of grass and a foot of weight would be ideal. Don't know if he's got the extra weight with this one. it's going to be a good grass line, but he's just left that short enough. It might count, but don't know if it's where you'd want it to be to count. That much behind would have been much more valuable, because Gordon Wood now, that one comes back and trails the jack. It's huge, but you get to that point, that'll knock in per second though. Very well played. Don't want to drop big numbers, and it's, you get second shot, you've done your job. Just a reminder that this is the last round. You'll be able to see all the results on BowlsLink. If you do a little search for East Maitland Bowling Club and select on that, so search on clubs on BowlsLink results, and then once it's open, click Managed Competitions, and it'll come under there. Keith Irwin, he's looking to add to this count. New South Wales holding one, currently leading 5-2 in our feature rink. Well, this is quite well pointed. And hasn't increased the target size. Got a second shot. Sam Granata, 2 down. He's going to try and get in on the wider hand and draw a shot. Not sure he's quite got the right combination on this one. It's going to plop. Two. There's two options here. He can draw there, or he can switch over to the backhand, try and come around that Sam Granata bowl. Just turn the other one out. Wants it to keep running. It's out of the count. I'm not sure playing with any aggression is the right answer here. You slip underneath that hole, turn your own, you could quite easily concede a big multiple. Only 2 down at the moment. Needs to be around that bowl. Going to crash into it and bring it in. It'll be 3 that count now. Well, they did very quickly signal there. May well have only been the 2, didn't bring it in. I know it was the 3, it's 8. Two after 4 ends. Hey Douglas, that's a good starter. Just in behind the jack. Leading 8-2. New South Wales leading Queensland 8-2 on this rink. If we just have a look at the other scoreboards that we can see, which is not many of them. So Queensland on the left, it's 4-5 after 5 on the next rink. The far rink is 3-1. The second far rink is 1-3, both after 3 ends. I think it's 0-6 after 3. It is 0-6 after 3. I can't see the third board. Ray. So New South Wales does need to win 5 of these 6 rinks to move to second. Queensland need to win as many as they can and have Victoria lose. Victoria are up 4-2 over Western Australia. Was skipper's crossover. New South Wales holding at least 2. Don't think the pink, magenta, whatever colour you want to call it, the back right, I don't think that one counts. I do think the front black bowl beats the white out to the left and Picasso as well. But that would be worth having a look at. The angles certainly don't make it easy to tell on our live stream cameras about which bowl is shot in those situations. So Keith Irwin looking to draw the backhand down, wants to add another shot. Can sit on the Picasso and stay, it'd be good. Yep, he sat in. That's made it 3 minimum. So Sam Granata facing a little bit of pressure again, down at least 3. It's going to go with a little bit of weight. Could get hold of at least one of them there. He always peeled out Alan Starrett's bowl, so still 2 or more to New South Wales at the moment. So Keith, love to put this back without making a target. Would be looking for perfect grass. Wants it to stop inside. Oh, I do think he's just rolled too far to count. The last bowl of the 5th end. Queensland, a couple down, looking to just get back into this. Doesn't want to let New South Wales get to 10 already, but just hasn't quite sent this one. That will be at least 2. Two taken out. Look. Well, and looking for a tape. Always amazed when players go to measure and no one has a tape in their pocket. Oh, one of the Queensland players does. So they'll measure Gordon Wood's bowl. And look at Ray Douglas's. Three shots to the Woomers. That'll be 11 shots to 2 after 5 ends. Jack in the ditch. You see the crew from East Maitland. Jake Lawton sitting down there talking. Rod Darcy and Hayden Wojtkowski there as well. Checking out the action from outside. The boys have been hard at work all week. Along with Bobby Smith, the bowls coordinator here at East Maitland Bowling Club. We're going for a shorter length. That's up. Six metres or so from the ditch. So that's probably the shortest length we've seen all week here at East Maitland in this tournament. Ray Douglas Don't mind. I can draw a shot on that. He's probably good 50 centimetres or so short, maybe a little more. Plenty of room for the Queenslanders to try and claim ascendancy at the start of this end. So Leon Dwyer wants to get this one right in. That's pretty well pointed. Just going to slide across the head a little bit, but it will be the shot just past Jack High. Pretty good effort. Room for him to correct with his second. Ray just needs to put 3/4 of a metre or so on his opening bowl. Wants this to bend a little bit quicker. Just going to hang and get the outside of that one just a fraction wide. Well, no, he can add a second shot. Bit under the line. Is it going to be a nuisance? I don't think it is. Still play the backhand side. Really, you just want to get down to the shot bowl. Hit that other bowl. You're way too wide. He's under the blue line. That's a good start. How's his weight? On the inside of that. Yeah, probably still just a fraction wide. And hand does hold quite a bit. Gordon Wood. Just looking to draw around the short New South Wales bowl. He's going to go underneath. Wants to be a little bit tighter than his previous bowl. Oh, it's just held its line there. New South Wales holding 2. Sam Granata will be looking to draw the shot here. Alan Starrett was looking just to add a little bit of pace just to get in behind, and just ran on a little too far for him, dropped in. Couple down, wants to get one close. Does look a little shy on the width. Can he get some contact on the shot bowl though? Well, he doesn't need it. It's held up beautifully. Maroon power. That's pretty close to being the shot. Keith Irwin. That looks nearly perfect line. Just got to sneak under the red one. Oh, he's got the edge of it. So Sam Granata, after playing an absolute cracker with his opening bowl on this end, he'd be looking to add another. To double down on their previous end score of 5. Keith Irwin needs a little bit tighter. I've got no idea what's going on. Ray Douglas's back is firmly in the way. Oh, he's obviously missed, and it's 1 to Queensland. Yep, 1 to Queensland. 8-11 after 7. Just going a different tack here though. Matt back, Jack up. Oh, we might be just going to check this length. Seems to be a little delay. Might be the Queenslander wandering over. It's a little too wide off the adjacent rink. That's exactly what it was. Great start from Leon. Little touch up. Ray Douglas will play the slightly tighter backhand side. Wants this to get right down. And he's just left it a little bit short. Disappointing to leave that bowl short. It's does block that backhand a little bit. Leon can double down now though, just very similar to his previous. Yes, if he falls short, he blocks off his own, gets him behind his good, so he's got a little bit more room for error. And that one back to a good home. Ray Douglas, he wants a foot or two on his previous. It's important not to try to dead draw so much. When you're in this situation, you just make sure that you're going to reach. Try to draw 8 to 10 inches behind the jack. Give your team a chance to have a bowl that's going to be in potential scoring position. Oh, Gordon Wood. Giving us plenty of grass. They are coming back quite nicely on that side of the green though. Come back pretty well. Oh, look, I'd be tempted to just play the forehand side here for the New South Wales. Yep, that's what he's called. You really want to get second shot. Can get shot on that hand as well. You have to be precise. But ideally, you'd come back towards the black one and get second. Again, it's short. This head is setting up for the Queenslanders to really smack the New South Wales players around. Shot. They've got everything behind. That's another one in that catching area. And that's the bowl that the New South Wales players need to reach to. They need to be a little bit positive. They're not going deliberately to run a bowl out. They're just trying to draw it to that bowl. Tight line to it. And just missed that line again. They're going to be 3 down. As we cross over for the skips to play their bowls of the 8th end. Just about halfway through. Sam Granata, he'll be looking to add to this count. Just got to draw to his own bowls. Well, he's around Ray Douglas's shortish bowl. Up, he's in a good home. Well, he's going to just flop in off Alan Starrett. Don't know if that one counts. I don't think so. Ray Douglas at the front has A third or fourth shot, probably fourth. And, well, I'm not certain why he's playing that side of the green. It's nowhere near where it needs to be. Not even going to come into bounds. This moment, Sam Granata could be looking to draw to put Queensland in front. New South Wales do have one bowl left. He can draw a little toucher here. He hides the jack and gives them a big count. Not going to hide it with that. I do think Keith Irwin would be better off to play the forehand. He's got 3 there to rest on to get second or third shot or even shot. The other hand, he's got a very narrower window. His only hope here is to play precisely to the jack or to turn his own bowl up. Just that fraction wide, misses everything and runs through. They're at least 3 down. 1, 2, 3, and they're looking at the fourth. 3. All square. Oh, Keith Irwin would have been a hero if he got that one off, but I just think it was the harder option. So Queensland will stick with the shorter length. Certainly has worked for them over the last couple of ends. There'll be a tape on this one. By domestic regulation in Australia, the minimum distance of the rolled jack needs to be 21 metres. So that the jack must be beyond 21 metres measured in a straight line from the mat line. And I need to pull that tape tight. Yes, he's done that. So the measurement of the distance of the jack from the mat line is from the front of the mat to the nearest part of the jack to the mat. And short. Is this just another twist in the tail? And the New South Wales players get that roll, position the mat and roll the jack. They've taken it right back towards the tee. Rolled up towards the tee again. Do not want to put this jack in the ditch. Not going to happen. It's going to fall up pretty much where Keith Irwin was standing. Queensland do have first honour after having picked up shots on the last end. And great start. So Queensland holding the advantage now. So Gordon Wood going to play his second bowl. He's drawn a beauty with his first. Queensland also have the advantage that they have all of the bowls behind the hat jack. One is just going to be a little bit through. Allen's got a reasonable effort here, and it's going to come in behind. He's got a toucher. Not quite stayed with it, but cut it back to one. Good thing is he's come in behind, otherwise the opportunity would have been there for Sam Granata to trail that jack. He would have been able to play the backhand around Allen's opening bowl and just noodle that jack back a little bit for the opportunity to be 4 or 5. That's been taken away now. So we are more than halfway through now. We've played half the bowls of the 9th end, 17 in total. So once we'd got the first 2 bowls of the seconds played on this, we were officially halfway through the game, provided this end is not killed, of course. And Granata, he'll be looking just to draw one in. Decent line. Going to finish in behind. Not a bad effort. Choice here for Keith is whether to play forehand or backhand. Either one available, either one valid. He needs to play either just a fraction tight on the backhand, just try and draw down the jack, toucher through to Alan Starrett's bowl, or ditto on the other. A narrow choice on the backhand's probably slightly easier because there's less traffic in the way. That one, he's got a great line. He's just pushed it a little bit too much. Come back to the tee. Good home. Two bowls remaining on this 9th end of 17. Vital that New South Wales win this for their chances, whereas Queensland, they're looking to win a minimum of 2 of these second half rubbers of the final test. Queensland won 4 of the 6 rubbers this morning. The Blues, in theory, can steal with an even amount, but to guarantee a victory, they need to win 5 of these matches this morning or this afternoon, and it's another shot to Queensland. 12-11 after 9. They'll have another crack at that shorter length. Matt's sort of not quite back or forward this time. Just looking to roll a little bit. It's a bit longer than they were searching for, I'd imagine, but Still not quite the full length. So Leon Dwyer just ran on a little bit. Good rangefinder. And from being down by quite a few shots, they've stormed back in. There's 10 unanswered to Queensland. Go from 11-2 down to 12-11 up. Queensland really have forged a great little period here. They've got themselves right back into this contest. Queensland first on the boards. It's 6-13 on the adjacent rink. A good lead on rink 15. It's 15 shots to can't see. Furthest rink is 5-4 in favour of Queensland after 7. Second furthest 7-2 after 6 in favour of New South Wales. Rink 16 is 10-1 after 7 in favour of New South Wales. So it looks like the Queenslanders in control on rink 15. Can't see that board at the moment. I'll keep an eye out there for you. You'd imagine with the Queenslanders well into double figures that they're fairly comfortably in front. It's 13-4 after 9 in favour of Queensland, but the Blues have just picked up a shot. So close on the end rink, behind well on one rink, and in front on a couple of others. This game could well decide who comes second. Could be their final determinant anyway. Right, so the skippers are on their way to their deliveries now. Sam Granata. One down, I think, there. The jack high bowl from Alan Starrett looks to be shot on camera. It looks like it might be the front one in the count, but the black at the back is pretty much closer than that. In fact, it's not much between Gordon Woods and Alan Starrett's bowl. Sam not happy with that one. So Keith Irwin, he'll play his forehand down if he can just lay Alan over to make sure he was shot. Or get between Alan's two bowls and just give one roll out of Gordon Woods. This will come back in quite nicely. Just give Alan a tap on the back. Oh, it's going to fall in. That one is the shot for sure. Ray Douglas put one finger up. Sam, he's got a good shot here though. He can play just to reach the head, sit Alan Starrett's bowl and stay, or just sneak inside, trails that jack back to the back right of screen. They're all Queensland bowls behind there. So he gets that jack a yard or metre. Gets this back. He's going to be huge. It's just going to drift across the face. I think he's drawn it though. That leaves Ray with a bit of a conundrum. And Alan says they're one down. I think he's got to swap to his backhand. It's just not safe to play any weight on the forehand. The only option is to try and draw to sit Alan over, or the backhand just past Ray Douglas to plop that bowl through. Does stay quite wide on that hand. Bit lazy on the draw, they've said, and he's way too wide. Has not learnt that that hand holds. Any weight at all, it's not coming back, so he's missed that one by a bit. And it's one more to Queensland. Well, this is the one that could confirm Queensland as second place in the championships, maybe even first if Victoria falter, although they were pretty well up against WA after the first half of games in this day of matches. Oh, Matt right up again. The skipper's actually happy with that. I think he's realised that Jack's a little bit difficult to pull up precisely, so you're better off to give yourself a bit of safety with one way or the other. And that's to allow it to run past. Don't want to lose the Jack to the ditch. Leon just looking to start off on the right foot. And he has. Going to trail this. Swallowed the jack. Great result. So Ray Douglas watching the Queenslanders claw their way back and now streaking up in front. Couple in front. Score dominated the last 4 or 5 ends. Started off by collecting a 5 when they were well down. It's got them right back into the... And Ray, well, he's got a bit of dirt in his eye on that one. Plops into the ditch. Seen a lot of players really struggle, especially coming towards the clubhouse on this rink. They just keep going wide, especially if they're using any weight. Just need to go halfway between the blue centre line that's marked out there and the centre line we're using, the white one. A little bit wider if you're dead drawing. If you're using any weight, got to use a tight line without going straight up the centre. If you go up straight up the centre, you're going to miss your line and get punished. And Ray, he's well and truly overcorrected his weight from his opening bowl. So Gordon Wood He'll play his backhand, just trying to draw one in. Air bowl, jack high on that side of the green. It doesn't want to move. Oh, it's a good bowl. That target will look big though. It's okay to run as long as you hit with this situation. You run and miss, they start getting into big trouble. Alan Starrett, he'll play his forehand. Just a slightly overplayed draw shot, really. Don't want to lose your bowl. Well, he's got some weight on it. Needs a good result. Oh, stumped one and stayed. Got rid of the last bowl from Gordon Wood. Gordon, he will just want to draw down to that last bowl from Alan Starrett. Even if they roll past it, finish behind. Don't want to be tight and punch onto the shot bowl here. Underneath that is good. Got the edge, run. Oh, could not have asked for a better little straighten than that. Finished inside Alan's bowl. Counts and covers. Maroons, we're getting the right results because they're giving them a chance to, but they're certainly every post is a winner over the last few ends. Tough shot for Alan. Needs to be precise. He wants the inside of that one. He's got a correction to the outside. Didn't count before, it does now. That's 3 to Queensland as this head stands, and they're 3 really good shots. Not going to be easy to beat those ones. Three to Queensland. Blues, they don't really have much on here. They've got one just in behind, but that's a really small target. Queensland just want to drop one into that head. Forehand draw, if you happen to draw, it's great. Finish between the nearest New South Wales ball and the ditch is even great. How well can he get this one away? That's the question. Can draw a shot. Don't really want to get a toucher though. Should probably try to draw to Alan Starrett's bowl. If you finish behind is good. That's decent home. Keith. He's going backhand. The only way he can get shot here is to get a rub off that one and flop in. He's probably ended up with second out of that. Good result. This is pretty well pointed. Oh, it's flopped in for a second. Very well played. Not much chance of getting a shot out of this. Do you know, if we were watching an Aaron Tees, one of the big guys, they would probably have a bit of a whack at that. Well, they probably already would have. He gets that right. He's got it, but still two. Queensland will go a little bit further ahead. 6 ends to go, 4 shots to the difference. Well, they've got the match back a little. Just looking for the shorter length again. Probably not quite as short as they have been going. On Dwyer. He's played some pretty good bowls in the last few ends. Started off a little bit scratchily, but has really put some good ones down. While they might not have been counting, they've been given the opportunity, but there's a fantastic opening bowl. Now, just checking the score from the last end. We did ask them to update the scoreboard every time, and I think that's just alerted the skippers the fact that one of them didn't think they had two, but one did. And he's just a little bit on the short side again. So 1 to Leon. Can add to the pain here for the Blues. Repeat his previous bowl. He's on a good track again. And that's going to finish in behind. Fantastic effort, 1 on 1 behind. Ideal leading. Right, he's on a nice wide line here. Speed a little bit hard, but he's going to come in and sit in behind. That's actually a good correction from Ray. He's in a useful position, hasn't got shot, but a good second. And so Gordon Wood now, who will play his forehand, wants to just get around Ray Douglas's short bowl down to the shot. Well and truly around his line. And as long as he beats Ray's second bowl, the second wood is be ideal. It just not quite sent that how far he wanted to. Does force Alan Starrett to have to play the backhand, which is probably not the ideal approach here. That bowling just behind Jack High. So he needs to be positive. Just going to be a bit quick on that backhand side and run through. If you're going to have any weight, you need a tight line. So we do hope you enjoyed seeing the national sides, the National Bowling Arm Sides Championship here through the Bowls New South Wales Facebook and YouTube channels. It's been a pleasure to bring it to you. We've been here all week, 10 rounds. At this stage, it's a congratulations to Victoria for taking out something like their 10th straight bowling arm championship. Battle between Queensland and New South Wales. New South Wales need to win 5 of the 6 pairs and triples clashes out there. This time, Queensland in the box seat. They're well and truly in front on one rink. Close on a couple of other, well, they're now 9-4 up on the end rink and 15-11 here. So the win, well, if they're going to win the one, they're leading 15-6. The triples with 6 ends to go. Win either of the pairs that's up by 5 or this one, they will definitely finish no worse than second. Their hopes of taking out the championship rest on WA having a field day against West Victoria this afternoon. Victoria had won 4 of the 6 clashes this morning. They're in a similar position to Queensland for this afternoon's matches in their respective test clashes. So Sam Granata, he's looking to add one in. Just needs to skirt the shorter bowls, come in and beat Alan Starrett's rear bowl. Not going to do that. Apologise that every so often you will have no sound. I'm here by myself, and if I do need a drink or duck off to the loo, I did turn the sound off just to make sure that the radio in the club doesn't come over the stream and get us banned. And Keith Irwin, well, that's a good result. I'm not going to applaud it. He was narrow, got his own bowl and ran in to get, well, at least one. I think it might be just the one, but not sure. Well, you can't baffle them with brains, dazzle them with that sort of stuff. Sam Granata, just got to get past that. Not going to. So a little bit of luck might just turn the fortunes here for New South Wales. They need all the rinks to really get a victory. I don't think he's quite got the enthusiasm on this bowl that he needs. I'll take one. Just the one. So it's 15-12 after 12 ends. We have 5 to go. And I'm pretty sure the Blues will try to roll a longer length end again. Well, they have gone slightly longer length. Ray Douglas. Got plenty behind this. It's going to finish him behind. That's a okay start. Better than short. Let's see if Leon Dwyer can adjust. He's been pretty handy over the last few ends on the short lengths that they've been rolling. Sort of set up the Queensland attack over those few ends. He's got plenty on this as well. Just going to run past. Bowl. Good 3 metres past, still on. It's just underneath the lip of the ditch wall. So, Ray Douglas overcorrected. I'd say he's 2 metres short with that last one. Sam just showing Leon where it is. Doesn't need to change, even though that Ray is short on that draw line, because he's nowhere near the line that he needs to come into the jack, and that is a pretty good correction. Draws the shot. A cherry red adrenaline. Drake's Pride Bowl. On Starrett. Oh, it's a good effort. I think that'll count. Yep, that one's got the shot, and Sam signals to Gordon Wood that they're one down with that bowl. So they're going to stay on that side of the green, try and draw in. It's a bit more turn going this direction than back towards the clubhouse, so just outside that blue line is a good line. We're not going to see much of it through Sam on this one. See if he gets animated. He's got the cap up. That's why you see it come in and be a toucher. Queensland 1. So if you're a Bowls New South Wales member, don't forget to jump onto the Bowls New South Wales website. That's BowlsNSW.com.au. Check out all the information about the member conference coming up on the 1st of November. Players' Awards will soon also be announced. There's also a chance to nominate someone for the Club Volunteer of the Year. If you know someone who's been hard at work to further your club, you can fill in the nomination form for the Club Volunteer of the Year for Bowls New South Wales. That will be presented at our Players Awards night, 31st of October. Just check all the details on the Bowls New South Wales website. That's BowlsNSW.com.au. You can also use that chance to enter the state mixed pairs. Point your mouse at events and then state championships off that drop down. Choose the state mixed pairs. All the details about it there. Entries close before too long, soon. Qualifying coming up, and the 32 qualifiers from around the state will proceed to Ballina at the state championship finals next year, and that'll be in March for those mixed pairs state championships. You can see the details of the state championship finals there at Ballina on the Bowls New South Wales website as well. Of course, we're also using Lennox Head and Alstonville, which will be the venues used for the senior and reserve championships, at least in the qualifying rounds. You can check out all those draws and details on the Bowls New South Wales website. The schedule is there, draws there, and locations for each of the events. Queensland holding 1. Keith Irwin wants this to get down to the shot bowl. It's not far off. Oh, and he's gone from 1 down to 2 down. A little bit unfortunate. That danger was there with that shot though. Got too small a piece of the shot bowl, or not enough of the jack to kick it out to the side. Queensland holding 2. Whether he wants to change this head up. Just draw down. I think the shot is to draw. Backhand. Make sure you keep it. Oh, actually, it's not going. We're going away from the clubhouse, so take your grass. Let it swing in. Can slightly overplay it down to the red bowl. Only just. You're just making sure you're a confident draw. It's going to be under the line. Wants to straighten here. It's not going to get quite enough. Doesn't make it any easier for Keith Irwin. But I think there's a... Really, you're trying to overplay this if you're a blues bowler. You're going to try and pick that jack out of the middle. Not going huge. Just enough so that you can sit the red bowl, stay for shot. Ideally, though, you're going to come in and trail that jack back a foot or so and across to the left. Get it right, you'll be holding 2 shots. Very close with his first, but he's not sent this one at all. It's going to just crunch into the shorter bowls. Need another couple of yards of weight. It is 2 to Queensland. Sam Granata, will he play his last bowl? And I think he will. He'll try and draw down to the red bowl. Just wants to sit on it, flop in. That'll make 3. And that'll be just about the killer blow, I think. And it'll nearly seal second place, at least for Queensland. But it'll make sure they finish above New South Wales. 4 ends to go. They'll be 5 or 6 in front. Should be easily defended. Perfectly bowled. What a bowl from Sam Granata. That'll make 3. They go to an 18-12 lead after 13 ends. 4 to go. 6 shots the difference. That's the 1.5. That hits Junior's run rate theory. We see the replay. Sam Granata drawing that one in. Could not have played this better. This is a perfect delivery. We can just see one of the bowling arms just left in the ditch. I'd say whoever it is owns it's gone off to the loo. I would not recommend leaving it in the ditch because that is counted as part of you. You've left it in the ditch. If that bowl gets impacted by a bowl, you open up for the opportunity for the opposition to replace, or it becomes a disturbance by you. You broke it, they fix it. But it also means if someone has a little bit of a run and hits your arm, it can be broken. Never recommend leaving any equipment behind the head on the green or in the ditch. Oh, Sam says you're holding one. He's be close to a metre short. Just got to draw around your own. Add a metre on. Hit your own is okay. Go around it and draw down to the shot. Underneath to the shot is okay as well. Yeah, good correction. Leon Dwyer played it pretty well. Ray Douglas wants to be about a metre off. Still finishing behind is good, but a little bit of traffic there. Wants to just miss Leon and get down to the jack. Well, this is a good correction from Ray. close to being shot. Not sure whether he is or isn't. Just a little bit shy of the jack. The difference is now, though, well, Queensland says they're one, but New South Wales has the bowl behind, so there's a little bit more chance to be positive, to a little bit more confident attacking. Insert adjective here. Gordon Wood. Backhand draw. Wants to get round Leon's bowl. Well, it's come to a decent home. Just got the outside of Ray Douglas's and fell out. So hasn't covered it, but it has made it a little bit of protection. Alan Starrett, forehand. He'll want to come around the red bowl, even drift just around Ray Douglas's multi-spotty bowls, the Picasso model. Yeah, pretty good. In close enough. Don't know whether he's managed to count with that or not. I don't mind that call. Play narrow to sit that bowl. That hand does hold, but it will turn once you cut the line. Also got the chance just to turn your own up and in. And he's done that. And it's just made that position a bit stronger for Queensland in a way because it's cut the two out from the front. There is the chance now, though, that Alan Starrett can play through that red one. He gets it full in the middle. They're going to be holding a couple of shots. Or if he just comes around, picks up the jack, he's got his own team's bowl straight behind. So does open the opportunity as well as making the shot change. Can get a little slide off that one as well. Well, has improved their position. They've still got the 2 seconds. They're better 2 seconds now. Plus they've got another bowl behind out of it. So has improved their position. Sam Granata, he's going to have to play backhand. He's going to have to get inside Alan Starrett's bowl to the right. And he's going to have to make it so he's not adding to the target. Or he's going to have to cover the back with a 2R. Either way, he's still leaving one shot available for Keith Irwin. Keith can play tight to push the red one through and stay for 3. Or he can trail the jack back to the ditch to the left of screen, round about where the East's Griffin logo is. Drops it into there. They're holding 3 as well. So Sam can't cover both options. He's got to make a decision of which one's most value for the Queenslanders. He may elect to try and just turn his own bowl over and stay. Just get a little tiny touch on the jack and try and cover it up. Change the head up slightly. Just to make those options a little more difficult. That's what it looks like he's doing. He wants to be up to his own bowl. Oh, is there a scrub for him as well? Yes. It's going to push him out. So Alan can now still play. Oh, sorry. It's Keith. He can play yard or so away. Tight line. You're looking for the jack back towards the ditch. Or if it turns just that bit more than you're expecting, you can turn the red bowl out and stay for 3. That one, though, outside that blue line, nowhere near the target. Don't mind the weight at all. That one's pretty good for the weight. Will drop in, but that's the weight you need. He needs to start that 3 feet narrower. He needs to start on the line round about the maroon bowl to the right of Jack. He starts it on that angle. It'll be close. Sam's got the idea with this one. That's around about the right line. And he's not got it. He's gone into the ditch. That was heavier than Keith's bowl. They are 6 behind. They do need some runs. So, jack or bowl. Be nice to see it, Ray. And he's been just too wide again. Hasn't learnt that hand. You need to be in a tight line, especially if you've got weight. They're going to get somebody to measure this one. So bring up the calipers. Oh, I would like to see those hands touching the green when he does this measure. He's pretty stable. On to Queensland. So they'll go out to a 19-12 lead after 14 ends. 3 to go. 7 shots the difference. So the Maroons, they're in control. So just a reminder, if you have just joined us, you're watching the 2024 National Bowling Arms Sides Championships. We're round 10 on day 5, coming to you live from East Maitland Bowling Club. East Maitland, part of the greater Newcastle region in New South Wales, but the gateway to the Hunter Valley area, famous for coal mines, wine, and for horse studs. There are a few coal mines in this area. Also, some great wineries. Hunter Valley Winery is quite famous right around the country and the world. And as you travel up into the upper reaches of the Hunter Valley, there's a few pretty well-known horse studs. You travel along the New England Highway. It's quite a sight to behold. Hunter River, of course, the main lifeblood of the valley, runs all the way down into Newcastle. Good start again from Leon Dwyer. 1 bowl on it. His second one's behind, a little bit far behind, but I'm sure his skipper doesn't mind that at all. It's count and cover. Ray Douglas, a little bit short with his first. This is a good correction. Got the edge and then just run through. Do fancy. Still 1 down though. Gordon Wood. He's going to play the backhand side. Just going to try and get another one in that head. Queenslanders now, they're up by 7 with 3 to play. Play smart. Make sure you get shot, but cover it up so that there's no chance for any big conversions by the New South Wales team. You get a couple of shots on each end and you just cut them out of it. That is a great bowl from Gordon Wood. Queenslanders really have played some great bowls. After a bit of a scratchy start when they were quite a few shots behind, they've since really dominated the scoring in this back half of the game. Alan Starrett. There is a nice little portal there to get down to the jack. Also a chance for some straightens, but he's pulled the jack out of the middle. That's another good bowl. He might have made a couple out of that. Badly needed shots by the New South Wales team. They need to win 5 of the 6 rubbers out there. One of them, I think, is already gone. This one's in dire trouble. Queenslanders on the verge of making sure they finish ahead of New South Wales, giving themselves an opportunity to finish first, although I think Victoria's just about got that sewn up. They were strong leaders. Gordon Wood, take a bow. Very good. Team needed him and he stood up. 7 shots the lead here with 3 ends remaining. One of the other triples games pretty much out of contention for the Blues. Should give Queensland 2 of the games they need. New South Wales in front, 14-13 on the next rink. Queensland 17-10 after 15. So there's 7 in front with 2 to go. 12-4 to New South Wales after 11 in the first of the pairs games. 12-6 to New South Wales after 11. And the third pairs game, well, Queensland now have run away there. They're up 13-4 after 11, so 4 ends to go, 9 shots the difference. So Queensland, they have just about secured that second place. New South Wales has fought to get there, but Queensland's just proved to be slightly superior. And on this rink, they've played some telling blows. Just like that, Gordon Wood played 2 bombs over that end. The second one, Allen had moved to jack. New South Wales probably holding 2 at this stage, but that only lasted for about 25 seconds before Gordon dropped this one right on the jack. Sam Granata, he's playing the backhand. He wants to just get past Alan Starrett's second bowl, finish behind. That'll give him some protection. Yep, that's coming back to a really good home. Probably a little bit far. He stayed up. There are 2 Queensland bowls back there, so Keith Irwin, he cannot hit that very hard or he's going to go 3 down, although it's almost to the point where you're going to pull the trigger anyway. If he hits it, he wants it to go dead, but he needs to get shots. He's got 3 ends to score 7. Don't want to go into the last one doing too much, so you probably want 4 or 5 in the first 2 of those 3 ends. You'd have to get half your bowls scoring if you got 4. And they need to win, not just draw. So they really need 8 in 3 ends. He's going to finish behind. Well, Sam Granata. There's not a lot of pressure on this bowl. Doesn't want to open it up at all. Probably wants to get another shot in there. Get a second that's not next to their shot. If Keith does do the miraculous get rid of the shot bowl and not move the jack, New South Wales does have 3 seconds. So Sam really would want to get another one in there and not make it easy to get rid of. Just going to run through. Hasn't got any contact, so yep, it's gone through. Keith, you're in a hiding to nothing here in a lot of ways. He's got to get rid of the bowl. Can't afford to move the jack. He's going to go forehand. There is a chance that he can get the faintest feather touch on the side of that bowl and just turn it far enough, but doesn't want to move the jack. Jack goes right back. He's going to get one at the best, two, couple down at the worst. He's got to play it. He's going for it. Just going to be a fraction wide. Can he get a lucky result? Oh, no, he's 1 in, 1 out. So it's one more to Queensland. 2 ends to go. 20 shots to 12. They need 8 and 2 ends. They need 9 in 2 ends, actually. So they need 2/3 of their bowls remaining to count. Leon Dwyer has actually played pretty well in this game. Got one on in most ends. As our comments on Facebook have mentioned, the championships next year on their way to Warrnambool in Victoria. And they were in Tasmania last year. Two ends to go. As this is played based on margins, they will play out all the ends. The scoring system is that each day there's a test. 6 rubbers in 2 halves, so 12 in total. 3 singles, 3 fours, then 3 pairs and triples. The side who has won the most number of those rubbers is awarded 20 points. Each win in a rubber is awarded 3 points. At the end of the series, the side with the biggest number of points takes home the chocolates. Victoria dominated these events in recent years and are on track to do so again. And Leon, he's going to fall right near the jack again. His opening one's a bit past, but his second one is spot on. So I do want to thank East Maitland for their hospitality. We've been streaming this as a courtesy to the group that organised this event. Bowls New South Wales has provided the gear and the staff to do so. East Maitland Bowling Club has looked after me very nicely, made sure I'm well accommodated, made sure I've been sustained and watered. Very thankful to Bob, Hayden and Rodney in the bowls office for their wonderful support. Of course, Jake works on the greens, has also made sure we've been looked after and helped out in ensuring we've been able to get access for our equipment. And the other green staff also been very accommodating. Big thank you to everyone involved. Just a reminder, if you're looking for more bowls action, we're going to take just a week's break or so. Tuesday week we'll be back on air, coming to you live from Dubbo with the City of Dubbo International Fours, sponsored by Inland Petroleum, Club Dubbo. Presenting that event, and we're partnering, well, they're getting us to do the stream for them. A little bit of a sponsorship agreement to do that. We're also going to be bringing you the Yamba Classic Pairs in October, the week after the long weekend. And the end of October, strap in for some fantastic action. It's the Bowls New South Wales State Over 40s Pairs. Finals coming to you from Yamba again. It's the last weekend in October, Saturday and Sunday. What a cracking field there too. Got some very good former state players, some of the current over 40 state players. Our co-commentator yesterday, Andrew Reese, he'll be there. I'm really looking forward to the clash with Shane Garvey, Dean Aitken, taking on the mighty team of Ray Pearce and David Axon. Ray, a legend of bowls, and Axe, one of our state over 40s, former Welsh international, now an Aussie, so in our state over 40s side. Yeah, but what a wonderful place to visit as well. So Alan Starrett coming up. Queensland holding 3. This game pretty much getting beyond the reach of New South Wales' chances. They need 9 in 2 ends. They're trouble to start with. I think they need to try and kill this if they've got to seriously go for it. They might have also just accepted that it's just a bridge too far. Fatigue could also be a factor that these players are playing their 10th game in 2 days. And while they're not the longest games, it's obviously that people playing in this are using a bowling arm. They're not injury-free or peak fitness athletes. They've done very well to get through 10 games in 5 days. But I do know there's a few sore knees, hips, feet, a few tired brains. All looking forward to a bit of a rest and relax and a refreshment over the next day or two. Not sure how many are going to stay in town for Tirana Fest. Maitland holding Tirana Fest. Apparently there's around 600 or thereabouts Tiranas registered for the show to be here in town. A couple of runs on Saturday and Sunday. So if you're a bit of a rev head for a Tirana, Maitland might be the place to be. I can't tell you any details about it, but you do a bit of a Google search, you'll find it. Keith Irwin wants a little rub. Oh, he's got something to go with him. He might have even got shot out of that. Alan Starrett's bowl sitting in between the maroon and the red is the pink, the magenta. And that one might be shot. If they get a 1 this end, they cannot win. They need a big multiple. So Queensland, they would be well served to just draw a bowl. Don't worry about cutting it down. Keith has got to get a second one to put them 6 behind. And then they'd need the maximum to draw. So not going to happen for the win. And I think a draw is enough on this rink to confirm Queensland finishing as winners of the test against New South Wales. And, Sam, he's just pushed this one a little bit. So last bowl of the second last end, he's going to draw. So he's basically admitting that the test is gone and the absolute best they can do is draw this rink. And even then, they would require to count 6. And we've had 1-5, which was scored by Queensland in this match. That was a telling blow. Until then, New South Wales was well in front. That 5 actually got them to within only about 4 shots. So they've really scored about 18 to 1 or 2, the Queenslanders, until now. Maybe 18 to 2 or 3 at the most. Probably should have chocked those bowls before you removed the shot bowl, Alan, but didn't matter. It was only 1. So we're on the final end. I think I had 16 already up. There's 1 end to go. And we'll be saying sayonara from East Maitland. There is a link to the results in the description, both on YouTube and Facebook. You'll be able to click that link. It'll take you to the results page on BowlsLink. Do thank everybody for watching on, all the encouragement. Shout out to those watching on in South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, WA, have had some words of encouragement from your team members over the last few days, saying that the people at home are very grateful to have been watching on. Do thank Andrew Reese for popping in yesterday for some commentary, Clay Parker the other day as well. It was great to hear Clay's insight to the bowling arm use and the models. Of course, an aficionado of the bowling arm has been using Hacksaw, the DHB model, for quite some time, and the players have got to the last end and forgotten to stand off the centre line. Not going to worry. The game is pretty much locked in as being a victory for Queensland. They've they have sewn up another rink. They ended up winning 17-13, so the Blues got back into it, but that'll give us the 2 rinks needed for Queensland to confirm an overall win against New South Wales today, and that'll make sure New South Wales finishes no better than 3rd. They may even drop down to 4th, depending on the results of the other games. Victoria will probably take it out. They needed to win a couple of rinks against WA. They were 4-2 up after the first half of the games. And Leon, well, I think it was close to shot. 6 bowls to go. 2, 4, 6, 8 bowls to go. Alan Starrett, his second last bowl. It's not too badly down. It's actually very well bowled. Going to finish on a blaze of glory. Gordon Wood. He's also played some absolute crackers in this back half of the game, especially. Well, Queensland win's been built on the back of Leon Dwyer playing some good lead bowls, and Gordon backing it up with some absolute crackers as well. That one's just a little bit short, but I'll forgive him that time. Alan Starrett's last bowl of this game. His first one on this end was a good one. Just looking for only a little bit of extra weight. Little bit of over pushing. That's 1 to New South Wales, I think. Queensland, I'll just look to try and draw up and through their own bowls. Not looking for anything big, just get one in there, finish on a decent note. Well, it's got Sam's interest. Wants it to come back a little bit quicker. Just going to get the outside of Ray Douglas's bowl, roll it in. I think that probably is 2. Don't forget, if you're a New South Wales bowler, jump on the New South Wales website, BowlsNSW.com.au. Check out the state mixed pairs under events. Check out the member conference. All things that we provided to you. There's a small charge on attending the member conference. Does cover a few things, so I think it's only about $5 a head. That'll be at Wenty Leagues, the end of October, 1st of November. Lots of interesting things up. Steve Glasson, OAM, guest speaker. Glass always interesting to listen to. And lots of interesting sessions and breakout groups. So we've got 4 bowls to come. Keith Irwin, his second last bowl. Just going to run to the back. Sam Granata. Well, if he holds up, he can get a result here. Just going to crash on Gordon's bowl and punch it through a little bit. There was a chance to come through and sit the shot bowl. Well, I think here, Alan says it's 1, maybe 2. If you're looking to make a count just to finish in a blaze of glory, try and draw onto your shot bowl. Just roll it over once or twice onto the jack. Bring in, raise 2 bowls and run on yourself to make 4. At least a little bit of a blaze of glory to finish. It's going to be very close. Just not going to roll it far enough, but it definitely made at least 2, probably 3. Don't think the 4th one's in. Same idea for Sam. Doesn't really matter what happens here. So play that through. You've got your own 2 to pump up. Happen to come through and sit the shot bowls. Great. No real path to draw it. No real consequence to miss. You're going to seal 2nd place at least in the event, regardless of what you do on this end. This will be the 2nd rink win. You'll take out the test. Cannot be overtaken by New South Wales. So missed. And they're going to decide 3 shots to New South Wales. 20-16 the final score. Game over. Do thank everybody for watching. We look forward to your company on Bowls New South Wales website on Tuesday week. We'll be bringing you action from the international 4s at Dubbo. Until then, it's a very good evening, and we trust that everyone's had a great